What is up, y'all? What's up? All right, so random episode, okay? Because I'm gonna finish out a month of consistent effort today. Okay, today is my last day of it. It's November 30th, and I committed to one thing out of my whole routine, out of everything I do every single day. I committed to one thing to do every single day. And I'm kind of sad I missed one day because I guess I didn't turn my tracker on or whatever. However, I reached my goal, and the way I did it was very, very different than Sia years ago. So I'm gonna get into that. All right, so the one thing I committed to was getting out and doing what I call mental miles, okay? Mental miles for me was getting out in the morning or sometime during the day and literally giving myself my own time, right? It was my own personal time. Most of the time it was in the mornings before I left out for work and different things like that. And what I committed to was not listening to anything while I was doing these mental miles, or if I felt like I wanted to, I would listen to personal development. Because I'm a person that'll wake up in the morning and my to-do list is the first thing I think about, right? Oh my God, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And then I start freaking out, and then I get worked up, and then I get anxious, and then my day is filled like that, right? But I decided, I was like, Sia, we know yourself, right? Know thyself. And what can we implement? What can we put in place to help you start your mornings even better, right? My morning routine is pretty solid, but I knew that there was something that I needed to put in place to make sure, to solidify that I'm doing something intentional in the morning, right? And so getting out and doing my mental miles was it for me. I think a lot of mindset shifts have to take place while you're on a fitness journey, especially if you've been doing it for a while. I've been on this fitness journey for 5 years. Back in 2018, I was 176 pounds. I hated the way I looked, right? I was taking pictures on vacation, and I kept telling everybody who was taking pictures, whoever was taking pictures, I'm like, yo, get another angle, try another angle, lay down on the floor and take a picture. I don't know what you need to do, but you need to fix your angle because I don't like the picture. In real life, it wasn't the picture, it was how I felt, right? And what I saw when I looked at those pictures or when I looked in the mirror, I hated it. And so in 2018, this month, right, in December, it's not yet December, tomorrow's December, but in December, I committed to a fitness journey, right? I committed to starting up a new nutrition program, and I was nervous. I was scared. I was, during this time, it's Black Friday, Black Friday season, Christmas season, everybody's balling out and spending their whole savings account and things like that. So I was doing that year, and I didn't really have any money left. But I also decided that I could not go into a new year like this, right? I could not go into a new year hating what I saw in the mirror, not feeling well, different things like that. And so what I did was I maxed out my credit card to start a fitness journey and be ready by January. For whatever reason, in my mind, I was like, if you wait until January, you're not going to start, right? If you wait till January 1st, something else is going to come up, another bill, another this, another that. You're going to be like, oh no, I don't have money for it. I don't have time. I can't do it. And then we're going to be looking at December of 2019, and I'll be in the same place. So what I did was I decided that today is the day that I cut all this off, right? Decide, right? Side means to kill off. And so I was like, I'm going to kill off something. Some of these habits that I got, they got to go. I got to change it, right? And so with this, circling back to where I am today, 5 years later, I know there are still mindset shifts that I need to make. And there's things that I need to put in place, especially during certain seasons, to help me to level up even more. And so this was the one thing I implemented this month. I was like, every single day, Sia, you're going to go and do your mental miles, right? And that was me just being more intentional about my thoughts, about how I was feeling, while also getting in cardio, right? So it's like a win-win situation, right? You get some heart health, you get your cardio in, right? It's helping your heart, it's helping your mental. And so I was like, this is perfect. This is perfect. So today is the day that I end my mental miles for November. I probably will carry this on for just until, but I wanted to just do 30 days, Sia, just do November. I didn't want to have no big pressure on myself. I didn't want to say, oh, Sia, you have to go and run 5Ks every single day, because I used to be that person. I used to be every single day, I would run at least a 5K. But I know during this season of my life, I know during this time in my life that I'm not built like that no more, And so what I decided to do was, listen, take the pressure off, Sia. Just make sure that you show up consistently every single day. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on my tracker, my Nike Run app tracker, and what consistency looks like. Because sometimes people will say, oh, be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. And then we start to get so hard on ourselves. We start to beat ourselves up, and then we fall off. We find ourselves like rebounding from whatever we even set out to do in the first place. So during the season of my life, I needed to get back to understanding what consistency really looked like, and to also how to have grace with myself. And so, like I said, implemented mental miles. Some days I did 1 mile. Some days I did almost 2 miles. Some days I did 3.5. Some days I ran. Some days I walked. It didn't matter as long as I got it in, So stick with me. I'm probably going to take you guys along on my last leg of this mental miles to get to my 60-mile mark. That was another thing I implemented towards the end. I was like, listen, let's just do mental miles until, and then once it became the end of towards the end of the month, I was like, I could probably push myself and go to 60 miles, right? So today I am at 54.7 miles. And so I'm going to finish it off today, finish it off strong, because I started off strong, and that's a part of consistency, right? One day you can be at 100%, one day you can be at 30, the next day you can be at 20, the next day you can be at 75, but consistency means continuously showing up as much as possible, all the time. Let's do it. I'm actually cramping right now, but no excuses. We're going to finish it out. That's where discipline comes in. I want to be able to clap it up for myself, be excited for myself. I need this, I'm worth it. So come with me, check out the run, and let's do this thing. Let's go. This is the first time I did something consciously, and I feel really good about it because it was no pressure, to be honest. A lot of times when I had the thought of, I don't feel like doing this, I don't want to do this, I'm like, it's a walk, Sia. You acting like you have to go run a 5K or a 10K, or you got to go run. It's a walk. Go walk. And so many times I found myself, sometimes, not even often, but just having that reminder, it's just a walk, go do it. So it definitely helped with my sustainability. It helped me be able to just do it. Look up one day and I'm like, oh, it's the 30th. I've been doing this for 30 days. I didn't even realize it, And so I think that's a nugget for you guys, because a lot of times we make it so daunting. We make it so much. And then we look up day 5, day 6, and we gave up already because we were doing the most. You ain't got to do too much. Find something to where you can start somewhere, and maybe you can pick it up next month, right? Maybe I can go and reflect on this month of my mental miles, and then next month be like, all right, at least one day out of each week, run. It don't got to be a specific distance, just run. It could be 1 mile. Cool, you ran, so you start somewhere as your baseline, and my baseline was just go outside and walk. That's all it was. Not a specific set of miles, not for a specific set of time. It was just go outside and walk. So next month we could probably turn it up a little bit if we desire. Yeah, start with a baseline. Make yourself a baseline and then grow from there, instead of trying to start up here and build from there. Foundation. So build that. Let's go. I only wanted to do 5 miles. That was the goal. But I got out here. I hit the beach. I ran the beach a little bit. And for those of you who know, I lost my dad in 2017. And I feel like the beach is where we communicate, right? It's where we lock in. We he tried to splash water on me every time. If you know, you know. Okay, I'm not going to explain it on this thing. But I went there, ran up the beach, 0.5, ran back 0.5. And that gave me a little boost of energy. And then I finished out my run. I finished out 5 miles and I was feeling amazing. I was like, you know what? Might as well run another 1.2 miles. And so I did. But I'm sharing this to say, man, sometimes you have to revisit some things that will give you that boost of energy, right? Sometimes you have to revisit that time when, you did something incredible. You pushed past a barrier. You overcame something. And sometimes it may be, something like a loss, right? Channeling that person that's within you now, more so than if they're not with you physically, they're with you, in spirit, I use that as fuel. A lot of times I do, but, doing things that a lot of people probably wish they could. I know my dad, before he passed, he lost, over 100-something pounds by himself, naturally did his thing. And then life can come and go just like that. So I just had that reminder, that gratitude of, I literally woke up this morning. Like, some people didn't, you know? So that was a little boost of energy as well, just reminding myself of how blessed I am to be able to, you know, see views like this, running with dolphins next to you, run on the beach, have legs to even do it, you know, have the heart to even do it, you know, the cardiovascular endurance to be able to run that long, and all the things, right? So, like I said, sometimes you have to use those things in the past to give you a little bit of energy, but also remind yourself of all the blessings that you have. Stay in gratitude always. Gratitude is the best attitude, and that's something I'm practicing too. So I'm not perfect with it, but I try to wake up every single morning and think of something, very much something I can be grateful for. Regardless if it's the toothpaste sitting on my counter, the toothbrush I got, it don't matter. Just be grateful for very much something, because some people don't even got that. 10K in the books. We finished November stronger than we started, and we about to conquer the next thing, because the goalpost always moves. However, I'm gonna sit in a little bit of I'm gonna reward myself a little bit today. Sit in it, be proud of it. I don't know the last time I ran the 10K, but it felt daggone good, so I'm grateful for that. Let's get it.